They said the drum only sings for the guilty, and that if you hear your name in its rhythm, your secret will no longer belong to you. He didn't believe it, until the night the drum called his. In the village of Umuaka, where the moonlight feels heavier than silence itself, there lived a drum. Not just any drum, but the drum. The elders called it Ekoro Obi, the heart's drum. No one knew who carved it. No one knew when it first appeared. But everyone knew one thing: it sang. Not with voice, but with truth. They kept it in the shrine at the edge of the forest. A place where even the bravest hunters refused to whistle. The kind of place where shadows seemed to breathe. Children were told stories about it. Stories meant to scare them into obedience. If you steal, they said, the drum will sing your name. If you lie, they said, the drum will expose your tongue. And every time they heard those stories, they laughed. Because fear is easy to dismiss, until it becomes real. He was 17 when the first truth was revealed. It was during the New Yam festival. The whole village gathered in the square. Drums were beating, dancers were swirling, and laughter filled the air like smoke. Then suddenly, everything stopped. Because from the shrine, the drum began to play. No one touched it. No one stood near it. Yet it played. Slow. Deep. Intentional. Boom, boom, tack, tack, boom. The elders froze. The dancers stopped mid-step. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Then the chief spoke quietly, "It has begun." The rhythm changed. It became sharper, more deliberate. Almost like speech. And then, the village drummer stepped forward. He listened. His face drained of color. And then he said a name. Okeke. A murmur spread through the crowd. Okeke, the quiet palm wine tapper. What has he done? Someone whispered. The drum answered. Through rhythm, through sound, through something deeper than language. The drummer translated, his voice trembling. He stole from the widow's barn 3 nights ago. The crowd turned. Okeke fell to his knees instantly, crying. I was hungry. My children. But it was too late. The drum had spoken. And from that day, everything changed. Fear settled into the village like harmattan dust. Invisible, but everywhere. People stopped lying. Or at least, they tried to. Because no one knew when the drum would speak again. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. And then, it happened again. This time, at midnight. He remembered because he woke up sweating, his heart pounding like it was trying to escape his chest. The drum was playing. Not loud. Not wild. But steady. Persistent. Calling. He tried to ignore it. He buried his head under his pillow. Told himself it was just a dream. But then, he heard footsteps outside. People were gathering. And something inside him, something he couldn't explain, pulled him towards the shrine. The closer he got, the heavier the air became. Like he was walking into a truth he wasn't ready to face. The drum grew louder. Boom, tack, tack, boom. The elders were already there. Silent. Waiting. The village drummer stood in front of the shrine, eyes closed, listening. And then, he opened his eyes. Slowly. Carefully. And he said a name. His name. Everything inside him collapsed. He laughed at first. It didn't make sense. It couldn't be him. I've done nothing, he shouted. But the drum didn't stop. It played again. Harder this time. Louder. Sharper. Like it was angry. The drummer looked at him with pity. And then he spoke. You took what was not yours, not with your hands, but with your silence. His mind raced. What did that even mean? I don't understand, the boy said, his voice breaking. And then, it hit him. 3 nights before, he had seen something. His best friend, Chibuza, sneaking into the chief's storehouse. He saw him take the money. He saw everything. But he said nothing. Because he was his friend. Because he was afraid. Because he told himself it wasn't his problem. The drum grew louder. Boom. And in that moment, he understood. The drum didn't just reveal what they did. It revealed what they allowed. The truth they buried. The wrong they protected. The silence they hid behind. He fell to his knees. I knew, the boy whispered. I saw him, and I said nothing. The crowd gasped. Chibuza tried to run, but they caught him before he reached the forest. That night, 2 truths were revealed. His crime, and that of his best friend. But here is the part no one knew. The drum didn't stop after that. No. It kept playing. Not every day. Not every week. But enough to remind them. That truth does not sleep. Years passed. He left the village. Tried to forget. But sometimes, late at night, when everything is quiet, he still hears it. Faint. Distant. Calling. Because the truth is, the drum was never in the shrine. It was never in the forest. It was never even in the village. The drum is in them. And one day, whether they like it or not, it will sing. So tell me, friends, if the drum started playing tonight, what would it say about you? Thank you for watching, lovelies. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for always supporting this channel, and to my new viewers, I appreciate every one of you. See you in the next story. Stay blessed.